Jai Shri Gurudev. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Ravian, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Management, BGSMS, Chikblapur. I'm here to explain the problem number 10 in the subject income tax of Bangalore University and Bangalore North University. Yes, let me explain the question first. Mr. Arun is working as a manager in a company at Chennai. So Chennai is a metropolitan city. You have to keep in mind that. Particular of his salary for the assessment year 2019-20 is given. Okay. So this is the question. In this question, Mr. Arun is the assessee and he is working as manager in a company. Whether it is a government company or non-government company is not mentioned. So that you have to consider is working in a non-government company. And particulars is given for the assessment year 1920. So let me explain one by one. So first we are given basic salary, that is 30,000 per month. So basic salary 30,000. It is fully taxable, so that multiply with the 12. And DNS allowances, it is also fully taxable, 5,000 into 12. So 5,000 per month is given. So 5,000 into 12 you have to consider. But in the bracket 40% farming part of salary. It means only the 40% of DNS allowances is allowed, or he should be taken into consideration for the meaning of salary for the calculation of retirement benefit, if any. ಯಾವುದೇ ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಚುಟಿ, RPF, RFA ಇಂಥವು ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 40% ಆಫ್ DA ಮಾತ್ರ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರಿಗೆ ಫುಲ್ 5,000 into 12 ನಾವು ತೊಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. And next commission 1,000 rupees per month. So multiply with 12, it is fully taxable, 1,000 into 12. Conveyance allowances rupees 3,000. So it is very repeated item. Conveyance allowances. So conveyance allowances is taxable, but certain amount is exempted. The amount exemption will be the amount which is spent for official purpose. The conveyance allowances is exempted up to the amount spent for official purpose. Okay, ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ನು, ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಬಲ್. ಸೊ ಇಯರ್ 3,000 per month is given. So 3,000 into 12 minus 60% in that. And next employer contribution to RPF 15% of salary. So ಇದು ಕೂಡ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗೋ ಪಾಯಿಂಟು. ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯರ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಟು RPF 15% of salary is given. So in excess of 12% of salary is taxable. To the extent of 12% of salary is exempted. 12% of salary is exempted. Excess of 12% of salary is taxable. But in this question 15% of salary is given. So 15% is the actual, 12% is the exemption, balance 3% is the taxable amount. Okay. And next, he has been provided with house. He has been provided with house. Has been provided with the house by the company, for which a sum of rupees 1,200 per month is deducted from his salary. See, the assessee has provided with the house for which the sum of rupees 1,200 per month is deducted from his salary. The company pays a rent of rupees 6,000 per month for his house to the landlord. So here he has been provided with the house by the company, for which a sum of rupees 1,200 per month is deducted, which means 1,200 is the amount which is paid as a rent by the employee. And for the same house, the employer is paying 6,000 per month as a rent. So here very simple concept it is. It is a rent free accommodation. RFA, rent free accommodation, is provided by the employer to the employee. You have to calculate that rent free accommodation or taxable rent free accommodation. So now let me explain the answer. So they asked you to compute the taxable income from salary. So first you have to write the heading computation of computation of income from salary. Okay, so here assessee name is Mr. Arun. Assessment year 2019-20. Residential status is a resident, and previous year 2018-19. Okay, so here is the answer. So basic salary, first thing is basic salary 30,000 per month is given, so you have to multiply with the 12, 30,000 into 12. So 30,000 into 12 will be the taxable basic salary, that is 3,60,000. And dearness allowances 5,000 per month, you have to multiply with the 12, 5,000 into 12 you will get 60,000. Commission monthly basis they are given 1,000 rupees per month, multiply with the 12 you will get a 12,000. Okay, I hope you understanding. Conveyance allowances 3,000 per month is given, you have to multiply with 12 you will get a 36,000. in that you have to deduct the amount which is spent for official purpose, so 60% is spent for official purpose, so 36,000 into 60%, 21,600, and the balance 14,400 is taxable amount. And next to employer contribution to RPF in excess of 12% of salary. Here 3,96,000 3%. How comes 3,96,000? in the sense, for the calculation of RPF you have to consider for the meaning of salary 4 items: basic salary, dearness allowances, dearness pay, and commission. So in this question you have basic salary 3,60,000, dearness allowances 60,000, but only 40% should be considered for forming a part of salary, and commission 12,000. So 3,60,000 plus 24,000 plus 12,000, so that will be 3,96,000. So 3,96,000 into 3%, 3,96,000. So how comes that 3,96,000 in the sense? So here 3,60,000 is the one, 3,60,000 3,60,000 plus 12,000 is the amount of commission, and 24,000 is the forming part of salary of DA, 40% of DA. Okay, total you will get a 3,96,000. Okay, so that is the amount for calculation of RPF. So 3,96,000 into 3%, you will get the amount of 11,880 as a taxable RPF. And next important thing is rent-free accommodation. Important calculation in this solution, in this question, rent-free accommodation. See, rent-free accommodation, how it is taxable in the sense, so I'll mark here. So this is the entire calculation of RPF. No, rent-free accommodation, RFA, rent-free accommodation. See, first you have to take into consideration, and you should keep in mind whether the house is owned by the employer or leased by the employer. That should be considered. So in this question, 6,000 per month is paid by the employer is given. 6,000 per month. Okay, 6,000 per month they are paying a amount, rent paid. Okay, so that it is rented house, it is not owned by the company, it is a rented by the company. In that cases you have to consider 15% of salary or rent paid by the company, whichever is least. Rent paid by the company or 15% of salary, whichever is less should be considered. So 15% of salary, so you have to again take into consideration the meaning of salary for the calculation of RFA. So here I have shown RFA salary includes basic plus DA 40% only, plus commission plus CA. CA means here conveyance allowances. Why you have to take conveyance allowance in that? That is a taxable allowance. All taxable allowances should be considered for the calculation of RFA. RFA calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ನಾವು ತಗೋಬೇಕು, all taxable allowances. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಬಲ್ ಅಲೋಯನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ವೇಯನ್ಸ್ ಅಲೋಯನ್ಸು ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಬಲ್ ಅಲೋಯನ್ಸ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೊ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ 3,60,000 ಇದೆ. ಡಿಯರ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಲೋಯನ್ಸಸ್ 40% ಮಾತ್ರ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ, 24,000, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 12,000 ಕಮಿಷನ್ನು, 14,400 ನಮಗೆ CA, which means conveyance allowances. Okay, so ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ 4,10,400 rupees ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರಿ. ಸೊ 15% ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. 4,10,400 ಇಂಟು 15%, ದಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 61,560. ಆರ್ ರೆಂಟ್ ಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಕಂಪನಿ 6,000 ಪರ್ ಮಂತ್ಗೆ ಪೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಂಟು 12 ಮಂತ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 72,000 rupees ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ 72,000 ಕಡಿಮೆನಾ 61,560 ಕಡಿಮೆನಾ? 61,560 ಕಡಿಮೆ. ಸೊ ವಿಚ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಸ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್, ಸೊ ದಟ್ 61,560 ಈಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್. And add higher charges. Higher charges is taken as nil because no higher charges is given in the question. Again, 10% of cost of furniture. No furniture is provided, only nil. So you have to take nil because unfurnished house. And less rent paid by employee. Rent paid by employee is 1,200 per month for how many months? 12 months. So that will be 14,400. If you deduct this 14,400 from 61,560, you'll get 47,160 rupees as a taxable RFA. Taxable RFA. Okay. And next to gross salary, if you add all the amounts, you'll get a gross salary, that is 5,05,440. This is a gross salary. In that you have to deduct the deductions under section 16. There are 3 deductions. Standard deduction 40,000. Entertainment allowance is not applicable to the non-government employee, so that nil. And next to professional tax paid is nil. So total deductions 40,000. So total deductions 40,000, and taxable income from salary is 4,65,440. So if you deduct 40,000 from 5,05,440, you'll get a 4,65,440. So that is taxable income from salary. Okay, so this is the answer. I hope you understand. Thank you all. Jai Shri Gurudev.